Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Startups. I'm your Shilpa Deshiti. So, in this video today, we will start with your second unit. So, in the second unit, we have three main important topics, that is your binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and your normal distribution. So, we will first start with the binomial distribution. What actually is a binomial distribution is whenever we are having only two results for any particular experiments there, then that is called as your binomial distribution. That is whether it can be a success or whether it can be a failure. So for any given experiment that we will be having only two results, that whether it is a success or whether it is a failure. For example, like whenever we toss a coin, so in that, what will be the outcomes? We have only two outcomes in that. What is that? Either it can be a head or it can be a tails. This is a formula of binomial distribution, that is P of R equals to NCR into P power R into Q power N minus R. So we need to find out that what is N value, what is P value, what is Q value, and what is R value, so that we can fit that into your binomial distribution. So how to find out that values, we'll know that. Okay. So mean of a binomial distribution is given by N into P, and the mean of the frequency distribution is given by, we all know that is X bar. X bar equals to sigma fx by N. Sigma fx by N, sigma fx is 100 by what is N value? N value is 200. So 100 by 200, that is 0.5. Okay. Now, as we got the mean value as 0.5, substitute that in this first equation. What is that? Mean of a binomial distribution, that is 0.5 equals to N into P. Okay. What is the N value? N is nothing but here N represents a number of values in this particular series. So what are the number of values? It always will be one less value. Means how many total values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values are there. So N will always be equal to the number of values minus 1. So that is 5 minus 1, 4. So N value is 4. How many number of values which we are taking there? That will always be minus 1 of that. So that is 4. So what is N value here? 4. So 0.5 equals to 4 into what is a P value? That is only we need to find out. So what is P? P equals to 0.5 by 4. That is 0.13. Okay. So 0.13 is the value of your P. Now we need to find out what is Q value also. How to find out Q value? For that also we have a formula. What is that? P plus Q equals to 1 is the standard equation what we have. So substitute the P value in that, that is 0.13 plus Q equals to 1. So what is Q? 1 minus 0.13. So what is 1 minus 0.13? That is 0.87. So Q value is 0.87. So we got P value, we got Q value, we got N value. What is R now? R is nothing but the numbers whatever we are having in your X. Those values are called as your R. Now so we will substitute that in the formula. So what is that? P of R. So first we will start with 0. Okay. So what is P of 0? P of 0 equals to 4 NCR. What is that? N means 4. CR. What is R? R means this. 0. 4C0 into 0.13 to the power R. R means 0. Next, 0.87 to the power N minus R. 4 minus 0. Okay. So what is the value? That is 1 into 1. What is anything to the base 0? That is 4C0. This is base 0. Anything to the base 0 will always be 1. And anything to the power 0 will always be 1. That 2 points you have to remember. So 1 into 1 into 0.87 to the power 4. The value is 0.57. Okay. So what is the total value? 0.57 is the value. Okay. Then next one. P of 1. What is the next value? 1. So P of 1. P of 1 equals to 4C1 into 0.13 to the power 1 into 0.87 to the power 4 minus 1. Okay, so 4 minus 1 is nothing but 3. Then what is the value? We'll write the value 4c1. Anything to the base 1 will become the same value. You can see here, that is nc1 equals to n. nc1 equals to n. Okay, so what is 4c1? 4c1 equals to 4. So 4 into 0.13 into what is 0.87 to the power 3, that is 0.66. So total value is 0.3432 is the total value of P of 1. Next we'll go with P of 2. So 4C2 into 0.13 to the power 2 into 0.87 to the power 4 minus 2. Okay, 4 minus 2 is nothing but 2. Okay, so what is the value of 4C2? NCR. So we know, do you know the formula of NCR? NCR equals to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Okay, so how to calculate now your 4C2? 4C2 means we'll write it as 4 factorial by 4 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. In this way we will write. So what is 4 factorial now? That is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by, what is 4 minus 2? 2. So 2 factorial is 2 into 1. Again we have one more. So again 2 into 1. Okay. So 2 ones gets cancelled, 2 ones are 2 twos are, 2 3s are 6. So this total value of 4C2 is nothing but 6. So write down here 6 into 0.13 to the power 2, 0.13 to the power 2. What is the value? That is 0.017 into what is 0.87 to the power 2, that is 0.76. Okay, so 6 into 0.017 into 0.76. What is the value? That is 0.0775 is the value. Okay, done. Then next one, P of 3. P of 3 is 4C3 into 0.13 to the power 3, 0.87 to the power 4 minus 3. So what we will write here? 4C3. So 4C3 is nothing but 4. Why? Because it will be 4 factorial by 4 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Okay. So how we will write that? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by 4 minus 3 is 1. Then 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1. So this gets cancelled, it is 4. So 4 into 0.13 to the power 3. What is 0.13 to the power 3? That is 0.002 into 0.87 to the power 1. That is 0.87. So what is the total value here? 0.0067. Next, we will check with P of 4, the last value. So what is P of 4? 4C4 into 0.13 to the power 4 and 0.87 to the power 4 minus 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Anything to the power 0 will become 1. Okay. And 4C4, NCN will become 1. NCN will become 1. Okay. Same value, whatever we are having there. So that is, what is the value here? 1 into 0.13 to the power 4. 0.13 to the power 4 is 0.0003 into, again to the power 0 means 1. So what is the total value? 0.0003 is the total value. Done with all the values. Now what we have to do? We have to fit in the binomial distribution. So how to fit in the binomial distribution? That is, we have a formula for that. What is that formula? That is f of f equals to n into p of r. What is the n value we got? That is 200. 200 is the n value we got it. Okay. So how to do that? That is p of 0, p of 1, p of 2, p of 3 and p of 4. Okay. So n into p of r. What is n? 200 into p of 0. What we got? P of 0? P of 0 value is 0.57. So 200 into 0.57, that is 114.5. Okay. Then the next one, P of 1. 200 into P of 1. What is P of 1 value? That is 0.3432. So what is the total value here? That is 68.64. Okay. Then what is the next value, P of 2? It means 200 into P of 2. What is P of 2 value? 0.0775. So what is the value? That is 15.5. Okay. Next, P of 3. So 200 into P of 3. What is P of 3 value? We got it 0.0067. What is the total value of that? 1.34. Next, 200 into, what is the P of 4 value we got? That is 0.0003. That is total value 0.06. So when we add all these values, we will get the value 200. Approximately it will be round about 200. Okay. So this is equal to your n value what we have. Okay. So that is your binomial distribution, that your results will be a success or it will be a failure. Thank you everyone, and please subscribe and share the video.